Sorry that we ran out of time on Monday. As many of you know, my role has recently changed. Now that it's properly defined and lines up closely with our strategic aspirations, I thought it would be useful to clarify what I'm up to. To start with, I remain part-time. For 2 days a week, I'm one of the regional development team working in a territory that includes Cambridgeshire, Suffolk, Norfolk, Hertfordshire, Luton, Milton Keynes and the People's Republic of Rutland. Over time, this will grow to include Bedfordshire. My little corner of England is shown on the map, but if you ever need to know more, just ask Natalie, Agnieszka or Anna. For the other 2 days a week, I'm Director of Business Development. What does that actually mean? Well, it's about strategy. The aspirations we've set ourselves are quite ambitious and require us to work in different ways and with different types of organisation. So to help us meet those aspirations, my role is to gather information from the market, from experts, influencers, clients, organisations, competitors, to which we may need to respond. We may need to respond by changing or adding our free and paid for services, and part of my role is to make sure that that's a more systematic process and much more collaborative. Another key part of what I do is about raising awareness amongst important organisations and people, which can then advocate for us, partner with us, give to us, or buy from us. This slide shows a little bit more about those aspects of my role in more detail for you. For example, of particular interest to us, given our new structure and what we can do as a new charity with new objects, is to work with FE and HE more closely. And I'm going to be working with various people to explore who we need to engage with in those sectors and what sort of products and services are likely to be most attractive to clients there. Looking a little bit further down, in relation to market intelligence, obviously what I gather is going to be of use, hopefully, to other people as well, and so I'm looking at a way of making the sharing of that intelligence more systematic, perhaps developing a platform or a blog or some system that can make it easier for you to access that. I'm interested in hearing your ideas for that. Emails I don't think are quite going to work as well as we need. So what have I been up to so far in this role, particularly the business development role? Well, Julian and I had a great meeting with one of the regional schools commissioners last week. The regional schools commissioners are part of the Department for Education's new structure for the way that schools are commissioned and become academies. Given the white paper a couple of weeks back, their role is likely to become more important, making them probably the most important people in the schools sector. Now our meeting proved very interesting. The chap we met, Tim Colson, very much liked what we do and recognised actually that he has an important role in helping us promote our services to schools, given the retention problems that they face. I've also been talking to academics at the University of East Anglia about their role in the What Works Wellbeing Hub, and there's a potential new product for us to develop with them and after a period of piloting and research, perhaps take to market with them. I've met with an expert on the HE sector to talk about our best routes in there and what the current trends are in the HE sector that we should be aware of. Natasha Devon is the Department for Education's mental health champion. We had a very good meeting, and I'm in the process now of setting up a follow-on meeting for us so that she can come to advocate for us. She's a very, very heavy user of social media and would be a very good champion for us. There's a research project, potential research project underway with Whole Education, run by LKMco, which is a well-known little research organisation, a think and do tank, as it calls itself. And we've had discussions with Place to Be, which is an organisation that focuses on the well-being and mental health of children in schools, and with Adapt, which is an organisation providing legal services and legal insurances for teachers. It's a non-union union, if you like, and we're developing a content partnership with them. They have a website and they're offering us some pages on the website so that the teachers that use their services can come to know about our well-being services. What's next? Well, as I mentioned, I'm thinking about how best to share the market intelligence that I find so that it saturates all that we do, and that our decisions about products, services, fundraising strategy are made on the basis of what we can know about the market and what it needs. Thinking about a new product development process with the UEA conversations as a pilot and perhaps some other areas as well. Looking across multi-academy trusts, which again, looking at the white paper, is how schools will be organised in the future. Looking at how best that we can approach them as a whole organisation, as well as a team of individual sales consultants. I've got an FE briefing session lined up with an expert in the further education sector to ask similar questions as I did at the HE briefing session. We have a bid in with Big Change, which is a charitable organisation run by Richard Branson's children. They're advocates of something called growth mindset, which is a way of approaching the education of children. And we've been talking to them about the potential for them to fund projects with us that look at growth mindset in teachers. And then I'm looking across the sector across the schools sector at where we have, or the education sector, at where we have opportunities to develop business with other parts that we haven't yet reached. So early years, for example, SEN is obviously important. We've got some business there, but we could probably do something more systematic. Tutors, etc., etc. I'm very interested in your ideas on other areas that we could work. So as I say, please do engage. Let me know if you have any specific market intelligence needs or ideas for partnerships. For example, Carl's looking at the moment at grant giving for teachers to take professional development courses. Julian and I met a few months back with the Teacher Development Trust, who I think would probably be interested in supporting that or promoting it to their teachers. And so whenever Carl is ready, we'll be working together on getting him into there. And then Lynn and I are going to start to look at, over time, probably not for a little while, but start to look at developing a corporate giving strategy. There's 20,000 businesses supplying the UK primary sector alone, with a revenue between them of 33 billion. So there are organisations out there that would have a sympathy with our work, and it would be worth targeting them to see if they're prepared to support us as the organisation supporting the teacher workforce. Also, do please let me know if you have any product development ideas, or indeed, as previously mentioned, any ideas for how a market intelligence sharing process would work best for you. So just by way of a very brief summary, our new strategic objectives require us to be more externally and outward facing than we perhaps have been in the past. And a key part of my role is to help enable that outreach, to enable the development of that external facing culture. It's not something, however, that I can be doing on my own. We all have a part to play in it. And so you can see me, if you like, as additional capacity to help you achieve your objectives in that relation. Now that we're a truly independent charity, we have more opportunities to ensure that other parts of the workforce, the education workforce, benefit from our work. And so really, if there's any way that I can help you do that, do please let me know. So thank you very much. I hope that worked, this little experiment. Again, sorry I didn't have time to present this to you properly on Monday, but let me know what you think.